Low-carb foods include meat, fish, eggs, vegetables and natural fats, like butter. It's possible to eat delicious real food until you are satisfied, and still lose weight. On this page you can learn how to make low-carb simple. You get a guide to what to eat and what to avoid. You can also use our 700+ awesome low-carb recipes and our free 2-week Get Started Challenge. 1. Low-carb foods list. Foods to eat: meat, any type, beef, pork, lamb, game, poultry, etc. Feel free to eat the fat on the meat as well as the skin on the chicken. You may want to choose organic or grass-fed meats. Fish and seafood, all kinds. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, sardines or herring are great, and might even have health benefits due to high amounts of omega-3 fatty acids. Avoid breading. Top fish recipes: eggs, all kinds, boiled, fried, scrambled, omelets, etc. You may want to choose organic eggs, if possible. Natural fats and high-fat sauces, using butter and cream for cooking can make your low-carb foods taste better and can make you feel more satisfied. Try a béarnaise or hollandaise sauce. If purchased pre-made, check the ingredients for starches and vegetable oils. Better yet, make it yourself. Coconut fat or olive oil are also good options. These are all healthy fats. Vegetables that grow above ground: cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage and Brussels sprouts, kale, collards, bok choy, spinach, asparagus, zucchini, eggplant, olives, spinach, mushrooms, cucumber, avocado, onions, peppers, tomatoes, lettuce, other kinds of leafy greens etc. These are lowest in net carbs and can be enjoyed at all levels of carb restriction. However, if you are following a keto diet, less than 20 grams of carbs per day, you may need to limit your portions for certain types, like bell peppers and Brussels sprouts. Dairy products: feel free to choose full-fat options like real butter, cream, 40% fat, sour cream, Greek, Turkish yogurt and high-fat cheeses, which can help you stay full and satisfied. Be careful with regular milk, reduced fat and skim milk as they contain a lot of milk sugar. Avoid flavored, sugary and low-fat products. Nuts, great for a treat, in moderation, instead of popcorn, candy or chips. Berries, okay in moderation, if you do not need to be super strict with carbs. Keto drinks: water, try to make this your drink of choice, flavored or sparkling water is fine too, but be sure to read the ingredients list to check for added sugars. Alternatively, look at the carbs section on the nutrition label. Coffee, black or with small amounts of milk or cream, is ideal for weight loss. Beware of adding lots of milk or cream, especially if you drink coffee regularly throughout the day, even when you're not hungry. But if you are hungry, feel free to use full-fat cream. Or try it with coconut oil and butter. Bulletproof coffee. Tea, the information for coffee above applies to tea too. Recipes for ideas and inspiration for appetizing meals that we think you and your family will love. Take a look at our more than 700 low-carb recipes. Every week, we add more. Some of the most popular recipes you will find below, but we have recipes to suit almost every taste. Shopping lists and meal plans: do you want to make shopping for low-carb foods simple? Sign up for the free 2-week low-carb challenge or our low-carb meal plan service, free 1 month. Personalized shopping lists are included. Alternatively, simply use our free 14-day low-carb meal plan. Keto alcohol special events: invited out? Celebrating? You don't have to derail your diet. While too much celebrating can slow down weight loss, after a special event, just get right back to the diet and progress will resume. Alcohol, you can drink in moderation: dry wine, champagne or sparkling wine, extra dry or brut, whiskey, brandy, vodka and gin. Vodka and soda water with a wedge of lime makes a great crisp drink. See our guide to alcoholic beverages. Dark chocolate, above 70% cocoa, preferably only in small amounts. 2. Do not eat high-carb foods. Avoid sugary foods on keto. Sugar, the worst choice, period. Soft drinks, candy, juice, sports drinks, chocolate, cakes, buns, pastries, ice cream, breakfast cereals, avoid them all. Sugar can also be addictive. Preferably avoid artificial sweeteners as well. 19. Here's why. Starch flour, wheat products or other refined cereal grains, even if labeled gluten-free. This means bread, buns, pasta, crackers, porridge, muesli. Whole grains are included here too. On a low-carb diet they are just less bad. Also potatoes, sweet potatoes too, potato chips, French fries, corn products and popped corn, rice. Do check out, however, some of the low-carb versions of these foods: low-carb bread, low-carb mashed potatoes, low-carb rice, low-carb porridge, low-carb pasta. Beans and lentils are also relatively high in carbs, so they're not good low-carb options. Moderate amounts of certain root vegetables may be okay unless you're eating extremely low-carb. Beer, made from fermented grain and hops, beer is basically bread in liquid form. Avoid. Lower-carb beers, typically called light beer in the US, are available, but keep in mind that they still contain more carbs than dry wine or pure liquor. Fruit, while berries like blueberries, raspberries and strawberries are fine in small to moderate amounts, be careful with other fruit. They are fairly high in carbs and sugar, which can raise blood sugar, may slow down weight loss and can possibly worsen metabolic issues. Consider it nature's candy, fine for a special treat, but probably not something to consume daily on a low-carb diet. Watch out, be very skeptical of special, low-carb, products, such as pasta or chocolate. Unfortunately, these products often work poorly and may have prevented weight loss for many people. They're often full of carbs once you see through the creative marketing. There are many companies that use deceptive advertising to entice you into buying their low-carb products that are full of starch, flour, sugar, alcohols and other sweeteners, and strange additives. 24. One of the largest of such companies was fined $8 million for lying about the carb content of their products. 2 simple rules to avoid this junk. Don't eat low-carb versions of high-carb stuff, like cookies, bars, chocolate, bread, pasta or ice cream, unless you are sure of the ingredients, ideally by making it yourself. Avoid products with the words net carbs on them. That's usually just a way to fool you, and they are rarely good low-carb foods. Read more about fake low-carb products. Also, preferably avoid margarine. It's a solid form of industrial seed and vegetable oils. Why eat imitation butter when real butter is probably tastier and better for you? 25. Like industrial vegetable oils, margarine contains high amounts of omega-6 fat, which have been linked to inflammation in some studies. 26. 3. Make it real. Eat high-quality, minimally processed real low-carb foods. 27. Shop the rim of the store and avoid packaged goods. Buy at local farmers markets. No list of ingredients? Great. That means it's not processed. A good strategy is to eat only low-carb foods that were available hundreds or even thousands of years ago. If it has a long list of ingredients and words on its label you've never heard of, don't eat it. How low to go? How many grams of carbs can you eat in a day and still be low-carb? Many people on the standard American diet (SAD) consume more than 250 to 350 grams of carbs a day. So when you adopt a low-carb diet, anything below about 100 grams a day, especially if you cut out added sugars, may reap weight loss and metabolic benefits. However, the more weight you want to lose, or the more your health has suffered on the SAD way of eating, the fewer carbs you may want to consume at the start of the low-carb, high-fat diet. If you stay under 20 grams of carbs a day, you will be eating a very low-carb diet or ketogenic diet, in which your body converts from burning carbs, glucose, to burning fat, ketones, for fuel. Ketogenic diets can also suppress appetite, so you end up eating less without getting hungry. Some people can do very well consuming slightly more carbs, about 30 to 50 grams a day, as long as those come from healthy real low-carb foods, devoid of added sugars or refined carbohydrates. As well, once people reach their weight loss or health goals, some find they can add a few more carbs back into their diet from time to time. You may need to experiment to see where you feel your best and are able to easily maintain your weight and control cravings. Many people find that if they add back in carbs, their cravings for higher carbohydrate foods return. Important, it's low-carb, high-fat. After years of being told to avoid fat and eat low-fat foods, many people find the hardest part of adopting the diet as adding back in more fat. A low-carb diet needs the fat. Get it from using butter, coconut oil, high-fat cheese, olive oil, avocado oil, even beef and bacon fat. Here are some easy tips. Like a hybrid car engine, the body can burn two fuels for its energy needs. 1. Glucose, from the breakdown of carbohydrates, and 2. Fats. When you are no longer consuming a lot of carbs, the body's engine will convert to burning fats. It will either burn the fat you have eaten or the fat stored on your body in your adipose tissue, e.g. belly fat. The body will only switch to fat as the primary fuel when its carb supply is low. The diet is sometimes called the low-carb, high-fat (LCHF) diet because that is exactly how you eat. At the start, do not deny yourself fat. Eat enough so that you are satisfied and you do not feel hungry. That way you will soon become what is called fat-adapted, burning fat for fuel efficiently. You will know that you are fat-adapted when you do not need to eat every few hours and you no longer feel the highs and lows, hangry episodes, of the blood sugar roller coaster. Once your body is fat-adapted, you can then consume a little less fat at every meal and let your body burn what it needs for energy from your fat stores. This can help you lose weight. If at any time you feel deprived, unsatisfied or have cravings, add fat back into your diet. Listen to your body. If you consume more fat than your body needs, it will slow down your fat loss. If you eat too little fat, however, you may feel tired, grumpy and hungry. Your body will tell you what it needs. Learn to listen to its cues again. In short, eat as much fat and low-carb food as you need to feel satisfied, healthy and full. You don't need to count calories. Eat when you are hungry. Stop when you are full. Easy peasy. 4. Low-carb breakfasts. Breakfast is a great time to eat low-carb foods. Who doesn't love bacon and eggs? And there are so many more options, delicious, fast or both. Can you see some low-carb breakfast favorites at some keto breakfast recipes by keto_diet_faster and follow me on Instagram with link under video. Other basic low-carb breakfasts: leftovers from last night's dinner, coffee with cream, a can of mackerel and boiled eggs, avocado, salmon and sour cream cheese with butter, boiled eggs mashed with butter, chopped chives, salt and pepper, a piece of brie cheese and some ham or salami, or a full breakfast tapas plate, high-fat yogurt with nuts and seeds, and perhaps berries. The no breakfast option plate. Do you need breakfast on a low-carb diet? No. On a low-carb, high-fat diet you're likely not as hungry and you don't need to eat as often. Skipping breakfast is perfectly fine if you're not hungry. Perhaps you'll only have a cup of coffee. In fact, skipping breakfast is a popular version of intermittent fasting. This can speed up weight loss, and likely type 2 diabetes reversal. 45 As a bonus, you can save time and money. Are you feeling brave enough to skip breakfast? 5. Low-carb lunches and dinners. Suggestions for low-carb lunches and dinners. Meat, fish or chicken dishes with vegetables and a rich full-fat sauce. There are many alternatives to potatoes, such as mashed cauliflower. Stews, soups or casseroles with low-carb ingredients. You can use most recipes in cookbooks if you avoid the carbohydrate-rich ingredients. It's often a good idea to add fat, e.g. butter, cream, to the recipe. Or check out our full low-carb recipe site. Drink water with your meal or, occasionally, a glass of wine.